Today, we'll have a look at how to create pushbacks manually in the K-Mine environment. To get started, we need a completed optimization script based on which we will be creating pushbacks, and of course, crest boundaries for pushbacks. Each of our subsequent boundaries is an extension of the previous boundary. That is, it is adjacent to it, and they have common points. We have a total of 5 boundaries in this example, so let's create 5 pushbacks. It is important that the boundaries cover the required part of the optimized pit. As a first step, let's add a new element. Add pushbacks manually in the project tree. We select the price adjustment coefficient to continue working with and the number of pushbacks in the parameters. We can also specify what we want to do with the blocks that don't fall within any of the boundaries. Next, we need to add each boundary to the right pushback number. It's important to get the sequence right because each pushback will represent the connected blocks in space. If the sequence is wrong, it will only lead to disappointing results. By the way, we can also use surfaces and solids as limits. Depending on the selected objects, you can use inside, outside, above, and below as the selection method. Blocks can be used as inclusion or exclusion zones. The limit methods are considering sequence and inside boundary. You can also limit the elevation for each pushback. Next, go to the CapEx section and enter the numbers of pushbacks for capital and other costs. Click Calculate to see the calculation results. Each boundary has defined sets of blocks for a specific pushback. You can view them in a cumulative or incremental modes. There are special option buttons to show the calculation results for convenience. Regarding the outputs, you can see the detailed calculation results that are similar to the results of optimal contours calculation, but correspond to pushback data. It's the same level of detail in the same modes: accumulative, differential, and incremental. There is no pushback without a wireframe, right? Let's create 5 wireframes that will correspond to each of the pushbacks. First, we select the ones we want and then click just one button to create all of them at once. When we finish with each pushback, each wireframe is a boundary. For better visualization, you can use random color in the wireframe settings in the Pit Optimizer module. So when you visualize wireframes by pushbacks one by one, you can find out more about the general mining sequence. Next, let's record our calculation results to the block model. To do so, click the Record to Block Model button and select the field that will contain the information about which block belongs to which pushback. Now let's enter the names and record the data. To verify the results, we can use the Set Properties command. Let's select the pushback we want in the field to which we have recorded the data. It is visualized separately from the others. It means that everything is fine. We can also display pushbacks in any mode we want, using the specific Contains display. Try, test, and enjoy the result.